Hey, man, it's your boy Otis Jones, man. Thank you for tuning in. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with your boy. Perfect. Hey, let's talk about something real quick. And I mean what I just said. I thank you for being here. You might be watching this or watching any of my videos and like, why is he filming on his TV? Why is he doing this and that? Hey, man, I don't have certain tools to do certain things. Matter of fact, I don't even have the right spot to film the way that I want to film. Is that going to stop me from reaching my dreams and helping out my family and doing what I got to do? No. One day you just wake up and you're like, I got to try. You got to try, fam. And this is me trying, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing this every single day to do what I got to do. You feel me? Hopefully we reach that goal. Hopefully we end up in that place. But I'm not going to stop until it's done, you feel me? And even when it's done, I'm going to still keep going. It's your boy, Otis Jones. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, man, the Animal Dude. Shout out to the Animal Dude for making the original content. I'm just here reacting to it. You already know what it is, fam. It's your boy, Otis Jones, man. Shout out to the Animal Dude. Let's watch this. Y'all see it? Animals that live the longest type vibe, you know? If you're not into animals, man, I don't know what to tell you, man. I love animals, all different types, even the annoying ones, like, you know, there's a lot of annoying animals and insects like mosquitoes, fam, you know what I'm saying? But animals are a vibe, man. Let's go.
The Aldabra giant tortoise.
Woo, let's get
There's
it.
a tortoise alive right now named Jonathan, who was born around
Hey, Jonathan, what's good?
Give or take a few years.
Okay.
He was already fully grown when the American Civil War started, was alive during both World Wars, and is still eating grass on the island of St. Helena today.
That's crazy.
There are photographs of him from the 1880s.
Grabbing some
He's
hardwood,
in them.
you feel me?
He's still here.
That's crazy,
is the
though.
oldest known living
love
land animal
tortoises.
on Earth, at roughly 170
I had a cicada
plus years
tortoise.
old. And by tortoise standards, he might not even be exceptional. Giant tortoises in the wild can hit 200 years without much fuss.
I had a cicada tortoise, and I broke up with my ex at the time, and I left him with her. You know what I'm saying?
The reason
it is what it is.
Metabolism.
Life moves on,
These
man.
animals run on the slowest possible biological clock.
Okay.
Low body temperature,
I love
minimal
tortoises,
energy
though, man.
expenditure, barely moving unless food is in front of them.
That's a
and
vibe,
here's the
though.
part people miss. Tortoises don't really show the usual signs of aging. No graying fur, no gradual organ decline the way mammals experience it. They just keep going. A tortoise the same age as your great-great-great-grandfather is, biologically speaking, still doing fine.
Crazy.
That's not just a long life. That's a fundamentally different relationship with time.
I ain't trying to push nothing on you, man, but you know I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. But in the Bible, fam, back in the day, people lived a lot longer than what we live now. You know what I mean? You know how it is, fam. Yeah.
The immortal jellyfish. If you had to pick one animal that makes biology,
I didn't know jellyfish lives long.
This is it. The immortal
type of jellyfish, I should say.
Turritopsis dorni, is the only known animal capable of reverting to its juvenile state after reaching full maturity. Not metaphorically.
That man hit a magic trick on you. He's the only one. That's like me, fam. What if I'm just walking, I'm chilling, I'm all grown up, you know what I mean? And I just revert back to a baby boy. Mama. Hey, boy, you look at him like, that's demonic type vibe. You'll look at something like, no, that's freakishly weird. That's black magic or something. You know what I'm saying? You would go like, no, I just saw a kid right here. Son right here, I just saw him and he was a grown-up, fam. He was just serving me my Sammy. Now it's just a baby right here with an apron on. You know what I'm saying?
Old,
Crazy.
Or started,
Crazy.
It can hit rewind and
My bad,
restart its life cycle from scratch.
That's
it
fire,
shrinks
though.
back into a tiny blob, settles on the ocean floor, and grows back.
Come on, man. How do you explain that one? You know what I'm saying? That ain't for just no reason. Like, you know, most animals and most life have to move forward. You know what I mean? Start or be born and then die. You know what I'm saying? But this one can go back to a baby.
To a young pollen. This can, in theory, happen indefinitely. It's not immortal in the sense that nothing can kill it.
No, it can die.
Diseases can,
But the ones who do live a longer lifespan could go to a baby.
Doesn't apply.
That's a
Scientists call
fire
this
jellyfish.
Transdifferentiation, where mature cells convert into different cell types during the.
Y'all seen that one type of jellyfish with the long, what do you call those, tentacles? I don't know what you call them, fam. The long arms, fam, like tentacles. You seen that one jellyfish? Crazy,
Progression,
fam.
something that basically
Crazy.
doesn't happen in
Super
nature
long.
at any comparable scale. The jellyfish is spreading globally, probably through ballast water of cargo ships, which is a detail nobody talks about enough. It's tiny, smaller than your fingertip.
Ooh, no, fam, don't touch that.
Looking.
Another thing too, fam, it's crazy how jellyfishes be clear. So it's like you can see them in the water, but like to a certain extent, you can't at the same time. You know what I mean? You got to be really focused in to know, like it's a jellyfish. It's not something you can really see from far away if it's in the water type vibe. You know what I'm saying? You get it? It's like they're a little word.
Nothing about its appearance suggests it solved the thing humanity has been trying to solve.
Stung. Look at her. She looks stung out here.
And yet, the bowhead whale.
Oh, I love whales, man. Some of my favorite animals are whales.
Tip lodged in the blubber of a living bowhead whale. Not a replica.
I like the blue whale a lot, man. I like belugas too.
Indigenous hunters in the early 1800s. That whale had been swimming
sperm
around
whale's pretty
with
cool
a
too, though, I ain't gonna lie.
200-year-old weapon stuck in it, completely unbothered. Bowhead whales can live well past 200 years, making them the longest-lived mammals on Earth.
Fire, fam.
Most people assume large whales die relatively young, partly because mammals generally don't live that long. That assumption is very wrong. Bowheads live in Arctic waters, and scientists think the cold slows their metabolism. Similar to...
Hey, man, with your long neck, if you're watching this right now, you ain't got no socks on, and you tweedly your crusty toes, your crusty decrepit toes, shame on you. I'm just kidding, fam. I love you.
Refrigerating food preserves it. But it's more than that.
Okay.
Their genome contains mutations in genes linked to DNA repair and cancer resistance that we don't see in shorter-lived species. They essentially evolved a better biological...
Was that a shrew? What was that, a
shrew? A bowhead whale alive today might have been born during the American Revolution.
Bowhead whale is fire, man.
It might have heard the first steamships.
All animals are
Imagine
unique, but you know
your grandfather's grandfather had a grandfather. That ancestor might have been alive at the same time as a bowhead you could encounter today.
That's fire.
The rough-eye rockfish. There's a fish sitting in the Pacific Ocean right now that was alive before the United States existed.
Fire.
And it'll probably outlast your memory of reading this. The rough-eye rockfish lives in cold, deep waters off North America and Asia, and can survive for well over 200 years.
Jeez.
It looks like a fairly ordinary fish.
I didn't know fish could do that too.
Spiny, vaguely grumpy-faced.
But he got good eyes.
Expect on a seafood menu.
True.
And it does end up on seafood menus because fishermen have no way of knowing whether they're catching a 5-year-old fish or a 200-year-old one just by looking. The only way to determine rockfish age is to section out the ear bones and count the rings like a tree. Most fishing boats
that's crazy. Hey, man, if you watching these type of videos with your boy and you ain't learning nothing, shame on you, fam. You know what I'm saying? We gotta learn something, fam. You know what I'm saying? Try different things in life. Try different foods. Learn things. Talk to different people. If you young, go out there and talk to old people. Have some respect and learn from them. And you know what I'm saying? If you have some respect and you pass the respect around, sometimes they learn it from you too, and it's a good vibe, fam. I'm talking too much.
Telomeres, protective chromosome caps that shorten as most animals age, don't erode at the standard rate. Gerontologists are actively studying what's happening at the cellular level. The problem is that because they live so long and mature slowly, they're easy to accidentally overfish. You can wipe out an entire age class of 200-year-old individuals in a single season.
True.
We keep doing this anyway.
We gotta chill, fam. We gotta chill on that.
In 2006, researchers from Bangor University pulled up an ocean quahog clam from
I used to hate eating clams and stuff like that back in the day.
Rings on its shell.
I just don't like when there's sand in it. You know what I mean? You get a little crunchy on your
teethies. As it became known, was alive in 1499.
Same with oysters.
The Ottoman Empire was at its height.
But scallops are fire. I want a scallop right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And this clam was sitting on the seafloor doing clam things.
What was he doing?
Then
He was clammy?
Killed it. They froze it to preserve the sample before finishing the ring count.
No, that
which
ain't
is
me,
a kind of cosmic irony that's hard to fully sit with.
That is
Most
crazy.
People assume the oldest living organisms
Should have left that dude alone.
trees.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
A clam on the North Atlantic seafloor was older than most of them. The ocean quahog is a species, not a fluke. These clams routinely hit 400
400
years?
years?
Exceptional, but not freakish. What makes this strange is the animal involved. No brain.
If you're wearing headphones, I apologize, but I love you.
No behavior beyond opening and closing to filter food. And yet, something in its cellular biology
That's a baby
let it
one?
keep doing
That's
that, unchanged
crazy.
for
I think
5
it's a baby one.
centuries.
It look like it.
The red sea urchin.
I love
sea
sea
urchins.
urchins,
Don't
man.
look like something that could outlive your
They look
entire
super
family
dope.
tree. But here we
stepping
are.
on them,
the red
arde,
sea urchin found
arde.
along the Pacific coast of North America.
Fine.
They live for over 200 years.
200.
And scientists can't find clear evidence they age in any meaningful biological sense.
Okay.
Old red sea urchins still reproduce.
Oh, that's like the spores
still
going
grow.
up.
Their body functions
imagine
don't
stepping on
measure
that. No,
decline.
no.
The technical term is negligible senescence.
Okay.
Aging so slow it might as well not be happening.
Oh, snapper doodle. You already know what it is when you're watching me and you see commercials. Hey, man, you could be anywhere in the world, but you know you're here with your boy, man. You could be bald. You could have no hair, fam, at all, fam. You can be cross-sighted. The eye gap between your face could be so far out. It don't matter what's going on. You can have no teeth. You can have no ears. Just try to be the best human being you could be, fam. Just try your best, man. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. It's your boy Otis Jones. It don't matter what's wrong with you. It don't matter what's going on. You have a home here. You have a place here, man. You already know what it is, man. As long as you got some socks on, you feel me? I'm just kidding. I don't care if you ain't got no socks on watching this, man. As long as your feet ain't stanching out here, you feel me?
For comparison,
let's get back to
physical peak is somewhere in their mid-20s.
Okay.
After that, it's a gradual decline across almost every system.
I feel that. Yeah, I feel that. I ain't gonna lie to you, because it's like after that, you're fighting more to stay alive. Like you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like when you hit your peak, it's like you're fighting harder to use your muscles. That's when it gets to that point to where if you don't use it, you lose it. You start to get to that point to where if you don't use it, you lose it.
Is physiologically similar to one that's 20.
I'm already 36, you know what I'm saying? I'm already, you know?
Meaning they're much better at repairing chromosome ends than most animals.
Crazy.
Their antioxidant systems are more effective too, meaning less cellular damage accumulates over time.
You feel me?
They're not doing anything dramatic, just sitting on rocks, eating kelp, completely ignoring the concept of decay.
What we got out
By the way, if you're finding these lifespans as wild as I am, I post content like this regularly, and I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed.
Hey, man.
Helps.
The animal dude, man. Shout out to you, man.
Muscle.
Like and subscribe, fam. Good information.
250 years,
Crazy.
Making it one of the longest-lived invertebrates on Earth.
Okay.
It's also critically endangered, and the reason it's disappearing has everything to do with another animal it can't survive without. For the first year of its life, the muscle can only develop as a parasite on the gills of a salmon or trout. It doesn't harm the fish, but it absolutely needs one. No salmon, no muscles. As wild salmon
I ain't gonna lie, when I see fish with stuff like that on its gills, usually I think it's something wrong. Or its fins, I should say. Usually I think it's something wrong. And it kind of gives me goosebumps, like nasty. You know what I'm saying? I don't like looking at certain stuff like that. I'm just weird, you know? I don't even like a bunch of holes in one area. Like, you ever looked at that frog that hatches babies out of his back and the empty holes on his back? Like, that makes my skin crawl type vibe. You know what I'm saying? I love animals too, by the way. But certain things, are you ever, I don't know, we ain't even gonna get into it, you feel me? My skin's about to crawl right now thinking about it.
Freshwater pearl mussel
hey, boy.
have crashed alongside them. We're losing an animal that can survive 2.5 centuries.
Crazy.
Mostly because we can't manage fish populations responsibly.
I feel
a mussel alive today in a Scottish river could have been a juvenile during the Napoleonic War.
Crazy.
Its shell is a 250-year record of water conditions in that river. Scientists use old mussel shells to reconstruct historic...
And I feel like if you go into a lake or something, or whatever it is that has like clams and stuff, it's supposed to have clams. If they have them, I think it shows that the ecosystem is good there. You know what I mean? I feel like when they don't have them and all you see is like old shells from back in the day and they don't have them there anymore, I feel like the ecosystem is like trash or beginning to already into that mode, you know? I'm not the smartest guy, but that's just how I feel. Same with I feel like moss. If you see moss in an area like bright green moss and it's mossy, I feel like that ecosystem there is doing good. I feel like the vibe there is good, you know? I feel like if you look at a place and all the there's no moss where it's moist where the moss would usually be, I feel like, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Survivors.
I don't know.
They're records, and we're losing them. The Hydra. The hydra, a tiny freshwater polyp about as long as your fingernail,
That's crazy.
appears to have skipped the dying part entirely.
Okay.
Under controlled lab conditions, hydras show no measurable increase in mortality rate with age. None. Their cells constantly replace themselves through interstitial stem cells that never seem to run out or lose function. The animal essentially regenerates itself continuously, which makes the question of how old it is genuinely hard to answer. If you replace every plank of a ship one by one over 300 years, is it still the same ship? Hydra researchers deal with a version of this.
That's crazy. It's almost like a big healthy virus or something. You know what I mean?
Frozen. In a lab with no predators, they just keep going.
Crazy.
The leading theory is that their stem cells are regulated by a gene called FOXO, which in humans is associated with longevity in centenarians. Hydras express it at unusually high levels. You've got a version of the same gene. Yours just isn't working as well. The animal looks almost absurdly simple. A tube with a mouth, a ring of tentacles, no brain, no
Interesting.
heart. Evolution has been refining this design for about 700 million years. And if it's not broken, you apparently don't fix it,
fam. Because when you fix it, it could be broken with your long day. Let me get some water on that.
Greenland sharks are the counter-argument in the most extreme possible way. A Greenland shark doesn't reach sexual
Another animal that I really like is sharks, fam.
And 175
Sharks are
years old.
fire.
A human is considered old at 80. A Greenland shark at 80 hasn't hit puberty. Their maximum lifespan is estimated at close to 500 years, based on radiocarbon dating of proteins in their eye lenses that form before birth and never
open the door for
giving scientists a chemical timestamp like a very old receipt. There are Greenland sharks in the North Atlantic right now that were born before Shakespeare wrote Hamlet. They move at roughly 1 kilometer per hour, eating whatever they can catch, which somehow includes seals. They're thought to sneak up on sleeping prey in the dark, a strategy that only works if you're patient in a way that requires centuries. They're also legally blind due to
what y'all see, man? What y'all see?
that attaches to their corneas. A 500-year-old, nearly blind, barely moving predator.
You hear some noise in the background, fam. It is what it is, fam. We gotta record. We gotta get this job done.
Lifespan on this list.
Life moves on, fam.
Smaller. The American lobster. Lobsters age in a way that's almost the opposite of everything else in nature. Most animals lose telomerase activity as they get older, meaning chromosomes gradually degrade and cells can't divide properly.
That's kind of like what we was talking about earlier, you know what I'm saying?
Continuously throughout their lives, in virtually every tissue. The result is that lobsters don't really show conventional signs of aging. Older lobsters are actually more fertile than younger.
I can't lie to you, fam. Lobsters are one of those animals to where it's like, looking at it, looks nasty as far as like kind of crazy. Like as I'm getting older, I find beauty in different things, like even spiders. When I was young, I used to hate spiders and the way they look. Now that I'm older, I understand spiders more, and even the ones that are poisonous more, you know what I'm saying? I understand them a little bit more to where I find beauty in them. Same with this lobster, but at the same time, looking at it looks kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say nasty, but like weird. But they taste good. I ain't gonna lie to you. They taste good.
They keep molting. The only things that kill them
I don't eat it that often. When I do get a chance though, awesome.
Of molting,
it tastes
which
super
gets
good.
harder as they get bigger.
But how they look is crazy.
A lobster could
then they be having the lobsters with the super sharp, sharp, I don't even know what you call them, little thorns on them, fam. And those lobsters can get you, fam. They move real quick. That bad boy can poke the mess out of you.
Theoretically live for a very long time.
Armor though, really it's armor.
Nobody knows the upper limit because the largest, oldest lobsters were almost certainly eaten before scientists could study them. The biggest
they got the best meat, and I ain't gonna lie, they got the flavor.
Roughly the size
Put some butter and garlic on that bad boy. Ooh, some lemon.
The full ceiling on lobster lifespan is genuinely
my bad, big back energy. My bad.
Which is a strange thing to say about an animal people eat with drawn butter.
I just was talking about that.
Probably older than most of your houseplants.
Crazy.
The olm. Deep in the limestone cave systems of the Balkans, there's a blind, pale, eel-like salamander that can live over 100 years.
See, I used to, I think I learned this from another video, and I think we watched this together if you watch my other content, you know what I mean? Or if you watch another reaction. I used to think they were all called ocellatos, you know what I mean? But I didn't know ocellato was like the ones that are specific to that place. You know what I mean?
So little
I didn't know that.
Researchers tracking individuals have observed the same animal travel less
Oh
than
yeah,
10
that
meters
bad boy's
over
long
an
like a
entire
dragon
decade.
too. That's different. You
The
can
olm
tell
looks
that's
like
different.
something evolution
That's
started
crazy.
and forgot about.
It got to
It's
be in the
white
same
because it
family
lives
as an
in complete
ocelotto though. It
darkness
got to
and
be
never
related.
developed pigment.
But
It
I don't
has
know anything.
feathery,
I'm not too smart.
blood-red
You know what I'm saying?
external
It's your
gills.
boy Otis Jones,
Its
man.
eyes are vestigial, covered by skin,
Crazy.
present but not functional. It detects electric
like a
fields
dragon
and
ocelotto.
chemical signals in the water instead. Scientists
Oh
tracking
man, that's
olms
so
in a
cool. And they're
Slovenian
usually in
cave
caves.
system found most
See, and with the
have grown
ocelotto,
in
was like I think they're
Not
in
days,
a
years.
cave.
They're not sick. They're just doing what olms do,
That's
which is
fire.
as close to nothing as a vertebrate can get,
Yeah,
while
just
technically
vibing.
still being alive.
Yeah.
Barely any movement means
Yep.
barely any
I mean, they're in
cellular
caves,
stress.
man. They're in
Barely
caves and crevices in the caves and stuff. The caves ain't got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Most things are in there like bats and stuff like that, or something that wants shelter for the night. But whoever came in there, what type of animal or bugs usually are come and go animals and bugs. And then you got the cave dwellers, which is the cave insects and the cave vertebrates and the cave animals and stuff like that. Those, they're just in there chilling. They're called cave animals because they stay in that bad boy. They're not coming in and out, fam. So they don't need eyes. They don't need eyes to see. Caves are dark. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, fam.
Means barely any
I'm talking too
metabolic
much. My bad,
byproduct
fam.
accumulation. Their entire strategy is to do as little as possible for as long as possible.
Fire.
They were discovered by European cave
Look at that one. That one looked like a straight dragon.
century, who assumed they were baby dragons. That's almost more
Fire.
dignified than the truth.
Fire.
The deep sea glass sponge.
What?
At this point, the human lifespan isn't even a rounding error. Deep sea glass sponges are estimated to live for up to 15,000 years. Not 1,500, 15,000.
¿Por
The
qué?
oldest ones alive right now were alive before the wheel was invented, before writing, before agriculture, before any civilization we'd recognize. The pyramids at Giza were built roughly 4,500 years ago, which means there are sponges on the ocean floor today
Fire.
that are
That's fire.
3
That's
times
fire,
older
though.
than the pyramids.
That's
They look
fire,
like glass, accurate since their skeleton is
Looks
made
like
of
some-
silica,
look beautiful,
the same
though.
material as sand.
Looks like I don't
and
want to
glass.
touch it though. I ain't gonna lie to
Some
you.
form massive spicule structures rising several meters
That
from
looks
the
crazy.
seafloor, looking almost like sculpture.
Yeah, it looks art. It looks like art.
For nutrients and grow
Looks like
about 1.5
real
centimeters
life
per
crazy
year,
art.
Sometimes less. Their longevity.
But
comes
man,
from
let's be real, fam. Art comes from real life. You can't have art without having life. You feel me? You need life. You need life to draw from to make art. You feel me?
near
That's just what I think. You know,
stillness
it's your
and
boy
the
Otis Jones, man.
stability of the deep ocean, where temperatures hover near freezing,
Fire.
and almost nothing changes over centuries. The individual cells alive today
Shout
aren't
out to the
same
animal
ones from
dude,
15,000
fam.
years
Dropping
ago.
good
They
content
replace
out shit.
themselves. But
We
the
learning.
colony, the organism as a continuous
That yellow one's
living
fire.
entity
That looks
has been
crazy.
there, sitting on the seafloor.
Looks like they would be in
filtering
caves
water,
almost,
before
like
your
cave type
language
stuff.
existed, before your country existed, before your species had a written word for time, and it's still there now. If that's the kind of thing that makes your brain short circuit
crazy,
a little,
fam.
subscribe so you don't
You already
miss
know
the
what it
next
is. It's
one.
your boy Otis
Thanks
Jones,
for
man. Thank
watching.
you for tuning in, man. Have a good weekend, y'all.